This is Solent Journalism Update at 1:30 with me, Panar Salim. Students are being urged to get their booster jabs as soon as they are invited as fears over a new COVID variant grow. Booster centers are expected to be set up in Southampton over the next few days. There are currently no recorded cases of the Omicron variant in the city. On BBC Breakfast, the Health Secretary Sajid Javid has said that Christmas plans shouldn't change, but just for precautions, wear face masks.
Well, I don't think people need to change their plans. I think that the guidance that is already out there, which we published a few weeks back, the so-called sort of Plan A, which carries guidance around days as they get darker and colder. We know the virus likes that kind of weather, and so we should just always all be a bit cautious. It might be sensible, for example, depending on the type of party you're going to and the setting, to take a LFD test before you go. But this is guidance that's already out there, and I think people, if you think about throughout the pandemic, I think the vast majority of people have just been really sensible throughout the pandemic, and they know when they might have to take a test earlier, or should they wear a face mask and things like that. So they're sensible precautions that we can all take. But I think the measures that we have announced because of this variant, the announcements in the last few days around whether it's to do with international travel, the self-isolation rules if you come into contact with someone who has a suspected case of the new variant, I think these are the right measures, and there's not any need to put any more in place at this point in time.
Hampshire police have renewed appeals for help to find a woman who has been missing for 2 years. Officers are hoping they can find out crucial information about what happened to Joshine. The detective in charge of the investigation gave us this interview.
I am Detective Inspector Toby Elcock, and I am making a renewed appeal to members of the public for any information about a missing mother of 3 from Southampton. Joanne Sheen was reported missing by her family on the 22nd of February 2020. This was after a period where they hadn't seen her for approximately a month. Jo is known by her family and friends as Jojo or Little Jo. She was 44 years of age at the time she went missing. She is described as slim, 5'1", with long dark brown hair. Jo was last seen on Saturday, the 30th of November 2019. She was seen by a police officer in the Newtown-Nicholstown area of Southampton. We also know she travelled from Fareham back to Southampton with a friend on the 5th of December 2019.
Any information can be given to the police in confidence by calling 101 or Crime Stoppers. Leisure centre users are said to be affected as Southampton site is due to close at the end of this year. It's been announced by facility will close as of December 31. From December 23, St Mary's Leisure Centre is due to close for Christmas and New Year as usual, but will remain closed after the festive period until a decision is made on plans for ending its services. Users of St Mary's Leisure Centre are also now being signposted to a variety of alternative indoors leisure venues in the city, including the Quoes and Bittern Leisure. Private hire drivers have demonstrated outside Southampton City Council to protest against rules about how they display signs on their taxi doors. The council rejected the new policy, which drivers say would have given them the chance to work for multiple operators. Drivers spoke to our reporter Eva Podamova about the changes.
What do we want? Working rights! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Working rights! When do we want it? Now!
This council is using the door sign to basically restrict us. So what we call it a restraint on how we trade as self-employed drivers. And we're saying to them, provide us evidence that the door sign on a vehicle basically confirms that it's written by a licensed holder. It doesn't. And when you've got 41%, which is about over 50,000 of private hire vehicles in London without no door sign, people get the details of registration through the app, the make and the model is very clear. But we've compromised with them by saying we can have a magnet, because some councils have magnets, some councils have different types of stickers on different positions. But we've compromised on them on many fronts. But it appears that what the council really wants to do is basically lock us into one company, which they're not legally allowed because we're self-employed.
This Saturday, a local charity shop will host a tattoo marathon to raise money for terminally ill women. Lucy Johnson was diagnosed in July this year with an aggressive form of cancer on the brain. So far, £2,575 have been donated out of the £4,000 goal. Tattooist Ben Cumber will pre-draw flash tattoos for prices between £40 and £80 and will donate the money to Lucy's cause. Southampton Football Club has introduced Rainbow Saints, a supporters group designed for fans from the LGBTQ+ community. In celebration of Premier League's Rainbow Laces campaign, members of Rainbow Saints will be guests at the Brighton-Southampton game and will make an appearance on the pitch of halftime. Member Emma Tonley explained to us what the group is about.
So Rainbow Saints is a supporters group for LGBTQ+ Southampton Football Club fans and even allies, anyone that kind of really wants to be part of it and help just spread the inclusivity around football and give those who are in that community somewhere safe to go and talk to and meet other people and just feel included and accepted when they're going to matches.
And staying with sport, Southampton play Leicester City tonight at St Mary's with a 7:30 kickoff. Saints are boosted by the return of both Jack Stevens and Ibrahim Diallo from injury. Fans are hoping to see a win for the first time in 3 home games against the Foxes. That is all from us from now. You can find our stories and more at solentjournalism.co.uk. We'll be back tomorrow at 12. Harry Santorn will have our TV bulletin today at 3.